On a locked iPhone, incoming calls typically appear with a slide to answer interface, while on an unlocked or actively used iPhone, you get the simpler green and red buttons for accept or, decline. This difference comes down to how iOS handles input based on device state. When the iPhone is locked, Apple assumes the device is not in active use. It could be in your pocket, your bag, or lying face down. In that state, the risk of accidental touches is high. That's why Apple uses the swipe gesture. A swipe requires more intentional movement than a tap, which reduces the chances of accidentally answering or rejecting a call. This is part of Apple's better approach to gesture-based interaction design, where more committed actions require more deliberate input. When the phone is unlocked, the situation changes completely. The system assumes you are already interacting with the device, looking at the screen, and capable of making quick decisions. So instead of the swipe gesture, iOS presents large direct buttons, green for accept and red for decline, to prioritize speed and simplicity. This makes it faster to respond when you're actively using the phone. This behavior is also tied to how iOS evolved over time. Early versions of the iPhone used button-based call controls in most situations, but Apple gradually refined the interface to reduce accidental interactions, especially when the device is locked. The swipe to answer mechanism became a way to improve reliability in real-world usage conditions where accidental touches are common. There are also additional system-level behaviors connected to this design. For example, even on a swipe screen, you can still reject a call by pressing the side button twice or silence it with a single press. These hardware shortcuts exist to give users physical control over calls without relying only on touch input. So in reality, the two call interfaces are part of the same system. iOS is simply adapting the interaction method based on whether it thinks you are passively carrying the phone or actively using it. It's a small detail, but it reflects Apple's broader design philosophy, which is to reduce accidental input when risk is high and prioritize speed when interaction is intentional.